Okay, Mukund, you can lead the prayers.
Thank you, Mataji. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दिस इज मुकुंद।
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
this is
Krishna Mataji.
Mataji, this is
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Ramachandra.
Hare Krishna
Yes.
Mataji, this is Dina Krishna.
Hi, Dina Krishna. Okay. Vinita Mataji, can you help me? I mean, can you enable the screen share with me?
She needs to be co-host.
Yes, Mataji, I was doing live. I was in another window.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
sure.
did that. Okay.
Hare Krishna
Go
Dina
ahead.
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, welcome, Mataji.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay. Let me see. Which one am I supposed to share? This one.
the next quality is also expert.
Oh, sorry. It has to be changed. 1 second. Actually, it is not expert. It is determined. But yeah, it is just the title is wrong.
Determination.
Yeah. No worries.
It's firmly convinced.
Perseverance. Isn't determination
All right.
like perseverance?
Yeah, yeah. It is determination. Okay. All right, kids. Let's go to our verse for today. Please raise your hands and we will get started. Mukund has raised. 1 second. Let me close this thing. Don't know how to close it. Sorry. Okay, please 1 second. Let me, quit it.
Mataji, I
Okay.
memorized the verse.
Oh, great. Who's this? Who memorized it?
Can I say with Ramachandra, because I don't know exactly, but I
Yeah.
90%
So
know.
Mukund, Tulasi, Ramachandra, who else has raised their hands? 5 of them we will keep. Okay, Varun. So all 5 can raise it together. I mean, do it together. Okay, this verse. If you know it memorized, do it memorized. No worries. Okay.
First one, right?
Yes. First one after the start of count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rudram Shankaraschaśmi Vityesho Yaksharakshasaam Vasudunam Pavakashchasmi Nerushikarinamaham. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good speed, no rushing, and it was all synchronized. Krishna would have been very pleased with this attitude. Good job.
Mataji, you're sharing your email. You're not sharing the
Yeah.
screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see your Gmail screen.
Okay.
Now you're not sharing. Now you're sharing.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, now we can see your PowerPoint.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you, dear Vrinda. If not for you, I wouldn't have known. As I told you, I'm still learning to use this computer. I haven't finalized it. I still have my Windows and I do most of my work in Windows. Trying to get the hang of it. Only for classes I'm using this, but hope to use it very often. Anyways, next verse we will see. Okay, let's go to the
I just
next.
have a small little question.
Yeah, Krishna Nayana.
Do you actually write all of these, or does it just come like this? Because when I look at it, it's like there's lots and lots of writing.
Yeah. So what we do is we copy paste. So that's not hard, right? It is not hard because everything is there in the Veda base. So sometimes we have to write certain things, but most of it is all on Veda base. Okay, Krishna Naina?
Isn't copy pasting kind of like plagiarism?
It is not plagiarism because we are trying to do Krishna Katha. We should not, the thing is, Srila Prabhupada has given everything for us. We are just putting it all in a colorful format for kids. So if it is for adults, we would share the screen directly from Vedabase. It is not plagiarism. We are not trying to invent or do anything with the data. All we are doing is we have to learn from our acharyas. We have to learn from Srila Prabhupada. So it's very important that it is not tampered. It is not said otherwise. So here it is not plagiarism. Unlike in school, you have to do your own work, which is creativity. Okay. Here, if you are repeating Srila Prabhupada's words, Prabhupada will be very happy. And Krishna will be happy because it's all coming from Krishna. Okay.
Okay.
Did it answer your question, Ramachandra?
Yes, Mata.
Okay, good. All right, so let's go to the translation for this verse. Who wants to do the translation?
And Samskriti.
Samskriti, yes.
Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas, I am Rakshasas. I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And of mountains, I am Meru.
Good job. Thank you, Samskriti. And now we will go to the people who knows this verse memorized. Who can all do it memorized? Just raise the hands. I have to. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Okay. Let's go one by one. As I see in the screen, I will call you. Okay. I will call up to 3 or 4 for this verse, and then we can go to the next verse. Ramachandra, go ahead.
I'll do the next verse.
Okay, do the next verse. Okay, Varun, go ahead.
Rudranam Sankarashasmi Vitteshwara Yaksharakshanam Vasunam Pavakashasmi Meru Shikarinamaham.
Yaksha Rakshasam. Okay.
Is Yaksha
All right. So Balram, go ahead. Memorize.
Rudranam Sankarashasmi Videshwara Yaksharakshanam Vasunam Pavakashasmi Meru Shikarinamaham.
Wonderful. That was good. Good speed. Tulsi.
Rudranam Shankarashasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakashasmi Meru Shikarinamaham. Thank you.
Okay, Krishna Naina.
Rudranam Sankarashasmi Vittesu Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakashasmi Meru Shikarinamaham.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear. How about, do we have Vrinda? Do you want to say?
Vasumam Bhavakashtasmi Meru Shikarinamaham. Finally, I got this sloka, Mataji.
Wonderful. You are getting all the slokas, dear. So nice of you. Very, very inspirational. Prahlad, come on. You can do this verse. Next. Prahlad.
Rudranam Sankarashasmi Vittesho Yaksharaksasam Vasunam Pavakashasmi Meru Shikaranam Meru
Shikarinamaham. Yes. Good job. Thank you, Prahlad. Okay, let's now move to our next verse. Okay. Okay, now we can do it together in group and then we can do the memorized. Okay. All right. So I see some of you all have raised your hands. Like how you did the verse of 10.23, I want it to be very slow, good consistency, good speed, and good, I don't want anybody to rush on it. Okay. Let's just go slow so that it's heard clearly. All right. So whoever has raised hands, they can go and recite this verse after I count 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, start. Good job. Not bad. Okay. All right. So now let's go to the memorization. Okay, Varun, go ahead.
Okay. Purosam च मुख्यं विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Okay, Balaram.
मुख्यं विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Ataji, can I say it?
So you have to raise your hands, Krishna Naina. Okay, now it's Ojasvi. Is Ojasvi here or not?
Yes, Mataji. Purodasam cha mukyam mam viddhi pata brihaspatiam senaninamaham skandaha sarasamasmi sagaraha.
Okay, good job, Ojasvi. Tulasi.
पुरोदसं च मुख्यं मां विधि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Good job. Krishna Naina.
Purodasam cha mukyam mam viddhi partha bihaspatim senaninamaham skanda sarsamasmi sagara.
Okay, great. Who else is? I cannot even see. I mean, can you all? Ramachandra? Yeah, Ramachandra, go ahead. I'm not even, I don't know how to. Yeah, let me figure this out. Yeah,
पुरोदसं च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Mataji, can I say this is Prahlad?
Yes, Prahlad, go ahead.
Purodasam cha mukyam mam viddhi partha brahaspatim senani namaham skandaha sarasamasmi sagaraha.
Good job. Okay, who else is left now? Kushi? Oh, sorry, Samskriti.
पुरुषोदं च मुख्यं मां विधि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Mataji, can I say it?
Okay, good job. Thank you, dear. Okay, Aditya, go ahead.
पुरोदशं च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Great.
Mataji, can
Mukund.
Mataji, can Barvinda say after Mukund?
Yes, dear. Go ahead.
Purodasam cha mukyam mam viddhi partha brahaspatim senani namaham skanda sarasamasmi sagaraha.
Thank you, Mukund. Balavrinda.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. Purodasam cha mukyam mam viddhi partha bृहस्पतिं सेनानीना अहं स्कन्दं सरसामस्मि सागरः. Finally, I got this.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. So we have not much time left. We will go to the next verse, which is 10.25. Okay, all of you all can raise your hands and then you can recite this verse after I count 3. 1, 2, 3. Go slow. Translation, please, somebody.
Okay.
I can.
Mokshit, go ahead at the translation, please.
Of the great sages, I am the good. Of vibrations, I am the transcendent. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas.
Okay. Thank you, dear Mohit. Sorry, Mokshit. So let's go on to our verse for today. Let's go on to our Krishna's qualities that we are learning, right? 64 qualities that we have to learn, of which we have completed 17. And we are going to be learning the quality on determination. Okay, that is what we will be doing in today's class. Okay, so this is not the 16th quality. Obviously, I just make a mistake here. This is the 18th quality. And what does determined mean? Any person who observes the regulative principles and fulfills his promises by practical activity is called determined. So we all know, okay, let's just take an example in our ordinary day-to-day scenario, right? So your parents must have taken initiation. And what do? They follow the 4 regulative principles that has been promised to your spiritual master, right? They follow the 4 regulative principles, and they also chant minimum of 16 rounds. So this is what is following of regulative principles mean. And he fulfills his promises by practical activity. So once he promises, he fulfills that activity for that devotee. And this is called determination. And Krishna, how does he exhibit this quality of determination is something that we will be seeing in today's class. Okay, kids? Are you all clear with the definition, what this means?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, now. So any person, this is the same definition that we saw. Let's look at some of his pastimes, and let us just describe how and what this determination is all about. Okay. So through the pastime, we will be able to understand what determination is. You listen to the class. Okay. As far as Lord's determination is concerned, there is an example in his dealings in the Harivamsa Purana. This is connection with Lord Krishna's fighting the king of heaven, Indra, who was forcibly deprived of the Parijata flower. We all know Parijata is a flower that grows in the heavenly planets, right? So we are going to see that pastime where Satyabhama wanted that heavenly flower Parijata. And what did Krishna do as a result of wanting that Parijata flower?
Mataji,
Krishna? Yeah.
and there's also
Haribol, Mukund?
there's also Parijata tree.
Yes, there is also Parijata tree. In India, in our homes, we used to have Parijata tree, and we used to garland those flowers and give it to the Lord.
Mataji, I know the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, most of you all must have known the story. So we will just see the story for the benefit of others who don't know. And also we will see how this characteristic is being exhibited in the story. Okay. Thank you, Ramachandra. Again and again, when we start to relish Krishna Katha, we will be repeatedly hearing Krishna stories over and over. But new realizations may come to us as we listen to the story again and again. Okay. So, yeah.
My dad always says when I say that, like, I know the story, he says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say that to, I forgot his name, but he used to ask that to say the Dhruva pastime all the time.
Yes, Ramananda Rai, he used to talk about the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj and the Krishna Katha, relish Krishna Katha with his intimate associates. Over and over, he will keep listening to it. So new realizations come to you as you go through the stories over and over again. Okay, it is not that after you have completed your Bhagavad Gita, you know Bhagavad Gita in entity. No, it's not the case. New things will come to you when you listen more and more. And when you read more and more of Srila Prabhupada's books. Okay, this is what happens. Yeah.
For the Bhagavad Gita, actually, any of the spiritual books, I've heard that each time you read it, you'll get more and more nectar out of it. And if you read one book again and again very carefully, like a normal one, then about like 2 or 3 times you'll get more information from there. But then later you'll just know everything and you'll just read it for nothing.
Correct. That is what absolutely, Mukund, that is the difference between our material knowledge and spiritual knowledge. spiritual knowledge, you learn new things. Even though you know it, you learn new things every day. New realizations comes up, and also your consciousness is getting purified in the process. But with our material knowledge, it doesn't happen. So that is not just obviously we have to perform our material duty, and hence we have to do our material swadharma, and for that sake we have to do what we have to do. But then in if you look at it from an eternality, then spiritual knowledge is the best. Okay, anyways, we'll move on to the story. We don't have much time, so let's just take it fast from here. All right. So when Krishna and Satyabhama were returning from the capital city of Indra, Satyabhama remembered Krishna's promise to give her a parijata tree. Taking this opportunity to having come to the heavenly kingdom, she uprooted a parijata tree and placed it on the back of Garuda. She just took it like this and placed it on the back of Garuda. Once Narada had taken the parijata flower and presented it to Sri Rukmini Devi. On the account of this, Satyabhama, she developed an inferiority complex. Rukmini Mata, she has parijata tree. Why don't I also get it, right? It is competitive, womanly nature to actually have this kind of feelings. So he had immediately asked Satyabhama, why are you asking for only one flower? I would like you to give the whole tree to you. This is what Krishna actually told Satyabhama. Okay, and now actually Krishna had purposefully taken her wife Satyabhama with him so that she could collect the parijata with her own hand. But the denizens of the heavenly planets, including Indra, they were all irritated. Without permission, Satyabhama had uprooted the parijata tree, which is not to be found on the earthly planet. And Indra, along with the other demigods, they offered opposition to Krishna and Satyabhama for taking away of the tree. But in order to please Satyabhama, Krishna became determined and adamant. So there was a fight between demigods and the Krishna. As usual, Krishna, he will come out victorious, and he brought the parijata tree that was chosen by Satyabhama to the earthly planet Dwaraka. After this, the tree was installed in the palace garden of Satyabhama. On account of this extraordinary tree, the garden house of Satyabhama became extraordinarily beautiful. As the parijata tree came down to the earthly planet, the fragrance of the flowers also came down, and the celestial drones migrated to this earth in search of this fragrance and honey. I will go through this with you. Okay. So what happened so far? Krishna and Satyabhama, they happened to go and visit Indra. So what happened was that so they went to Indraloka, that is the heavenly kingdom, and there when Satyabhama happened to see this parijata tree, she was so enticed looking at it. Obviously, she wanted to have one, and Krishna promised her that he would give her a whole tree. So she happened to uproot the tree without the permission of the Indras and the denizens of the heavenly planet. But what happened? Indra, he thought everything belongs to him. He is the proprietor. He is the controller. Like that, he thought to himself of the heavenly planet. But even though Krishna, he is the cause of all causes, and he is the supreme proprietor and the enjoyer, and we are all the servants of the Lord, including Lord Indra. But Indra, due to his, he has obviously forgotten that fact, and because of that reason, he thought in that the parijata belongs to him, and he did not want to share it with Krishna or Satyabhama. And as a result, what happened? There was a fight. There was the fight that happened between the demigods and Krishna. And who would have won as a result of the fight?
Krishna.
Obviously, Krishna.
Because he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Krishna, he came out victorious, and he brought the parijata tree down to Dwaraka, where Satyabhama and they had a palace there, right? And Satyabhama, she happened to plant the tree there, and obviously just to smell the fragrance of the flowers, the celestial drones, they used to come and took the fragrance and obviously enjoyed that fragrance. So that is what is being conveyed. And so in regard to that occurrence, Krishna told Narada Muni. What did he say, Narada Muni? My dear great sage of demigods, now you can declare the devotees in general and to non-devotees in particular that in this matter of taking the parijata flower, all the demigods, the Gandharvas, the Nagas, the demons, the Rakshasas, the Yakshas, They tried to defeat me, but none could make me break my promise to my queen. So he definitely wanted, I mean, he was so determined and adamant, right, to fulfill the promise that he has done to his wife, and he kept it up. And this shows the quality or the characteristic of Krishna, being determined. Okay. All right. So let's move on to our next pastime, which is there's another promise by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita to this effect that a devotee will never be vanquished. A sincere devotee who's always engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord should know for certain that Krishna will never break his promise. He will always protect his devotees in every circumstance. Krishna showed how he fulfills his promise by delivering the Parijata flower to Satyabhama, by saving Draupadi from being insulted, and by freeing Arjuna from the attacks of all enemies. So these are all the times when, obviously, when Draupadi was disrobed, he was humiliated and insulted by the Kauravas. As soon as Draupadi called Krishna, he was determined to come and save his devotee, right? He was so obviously, see, as a quality, we have to see the definition too, right? He fulfills the promises by practical activity. So by practically coming as in the sari swaroop, he actually saved Draupadi, right? He came in the form of sari because the sari was coming unlimitedly. And Draupadi, when she was being disrobed, that sari was coming like a sphere. And Krishna, in the form of sari, he gave that mercy to Draupadi. So he never fails to fulfill the promise that is being given to a devotee. So that is what is being exhibited from the Bhagavad Gita or through Mahabharata for that matter. Even in the case of Arjuna, right? Obviously, he made a vow that he was not going to lift any weapon. But when Bhishma was attacking Arjuna so fiercely, then what happened? Krishna, he happened to lift up a weapon for protecting his devotee Arjuna. So this is what he does. To protect and fulfill the devotee, he does anything to keep up the promise, to make sure that their devotee is never vanquished. And that is the reason why we stress on Vaishnava Aparadh. Because if you're committing aparadh to a Vaishnava, Krishna never likes that. That is the only way you can fall down from where you are. Fall down means you just come down from your spiritual sphere. So respect to Vaishnavas is the most important thing as a kids you must do. So because Krishna, he fulfills the promise that is being given to a devotee, and whenever his devotees are being disturbed, Krishna, he doesn't like that. He says, no, that's not right. You're not obviously sticking to your vows, regulative principles. So you definitely, you have to learn a lesson like that. Krishna, he thinks to himself, and then he makes the devotee realize his mistake. Okay, so it's very important for us to be very careful about the offenses we do to the Vaishnavas. All right, now let's see. Yes, this is what I told you, right? Arjuna is such a vigorous way that Krishna was obliged to take up the chariot wheel and in order to protect Arjuna. Thus, the Lord did not mind breaking his own promise to protect Arjuna and to fulfill Bhishma's vow. So, Lord, he is capable of doing that.
Mataji,
And there is also, yeah.
Because Krishna, Lord Krishna made a vow that he's not gonna pick up a weapon, but he did. He can't curse himself because he's the supreme personality of Godhead, so he can't get cursed.
He can get cursed.
I said he can't get cursed.
He can't get cursed.
Yeah, like he can't. It can't be like he's breaking his vow, because one thing is because he's trying to save Arjuna, and another thing is he's helping his devotees.
Yes. So for break, I mean, if he has to break a vow also, it's okay with him. He's okay breaking the vow because at the end of the day, he wants to make sure his devotees are praised, his devotees are taken care of, his devotees are not perished. Even his fame, if it goes down, he's not worried about it. But Krishna's fame, it will never go down because he is Lord Krishna. Even though he has taken a menial position of a charioteer, still we consider him as the supreme personality of Godhead, because the devotees, they look at Krishna from another angle. They see how merciful is Krishna, even though he's the supreme Lord, but he has become a charioteer. Like that, the devotee always praises Krishna, and Krishna always praises his devotees. So there is that mutual love and affection each of them have for one another. Okay. And if you look at Ramayana also, obviously Lord Ram, he was so determined. Do you all remember the pastime of Lord Ram? He was asked to go, so he was asked to go to the forest, right? And Kaikeyi, she wanted Lord Ram to go to the forest and spend 16 years in the forest, right? And obviously Lord Ram...
Yeah, 16 years, I forgot.
Yeah. So obviously, Lord Ram, he was asked by many of them to stay back, right? And so, yeah.
Especially Dasharatha.
It was 14 years.
Yeah, it was 14 years.
14 years. Okay, 14
Especially
years.
Dasharatha wanted Lord Ram to stay.
Yes, Dasharath wanted Lord Ram to say, and many people, even in the palace, they wanted Lord Ram to say, but Lord Ram, he said he has to keep up the vow of his father, and hence he has to go and go into the forest. Even though there are so many hardships in the forest, he was ready and committed to go, right? And that was the determination again of Lord Ram. And this quality is also exhibited in Ramayana in several instances, and just wanted to illustrate.
To get Mother Sita.
So yeah, like that, each and every instance, if you see, the Lord has this quality of determination. And if you look at us, how determined are we with our spiritual practice? We have to evaluate that over and over, because that is what Krishna is, obviously, when we are doing these characteristics, we want to obviously see how is it relevant to us, right? And this determination as a quality can help you even with your material studies, right? If you are determined to complete a particular homework, then you put endeavor to it, and as a result of the endeavor, you complete that work, right? So there is that endeavor part that is there in our hands because of the determination. If a kid is lethargic or lazy, then he just procrastinate, right? He will just postpone, or he will even forget, or he will not even make a note of what the teacher has told him to do. What happens as a result? He's going to get low grades. It is reflected even in your material activities, right? It shows in as low grade, and because of that, you will not be able to even attend Krishna Katha. Your parents will say, oh, you have to finish your homework. You're not even doing your homework, which is just a mandatory thing for you to even attend Krishna Katha, right? And they'll say, oh, you can't go. So what happens? We have to keep our material duties also intact so that we can perform our spiritual duties in a very nice way. Isn't it?
Yes,
Isn't it or not? Because you are into so many things. There are so many classes going on in Bhakti Sangha Japa, and so many other classes too that you go to. And obviously, you are multitasking in so many different ways. You're going and doing your schoolwork, you're finishing your homeworks, you're finishing all the assignments that has been given in your school, and then you prepare for the test. After that, you come and give priority to the Bhakti Sangha Japa classes also. So this needs determination, right? And only with determination we can obviously focus on multiple things, right? And you kids are doing it so beautifully. So we should always remember that determination is very important quality which can be applied in any circumstance, and especially in the spiritual realm, it is very important. And if we have that determination to go back to Krishna in this lifetime, then our eagerness will increase. As a result, our devotional practices will also obviously advance, right? To please Krishna, you might be ready and willing to do anything and everything. So this is what we learn through this characteristic called determination. Okay, kids? Are you clear?
Yes, Mataji.
So we will go through the moral story for today. I'm going to present you. So today I'm going to do moral stories also, as Ratna Mataji is not feeling well. So let's go and look at the moral stories now. I have to download it. Yes, what is that, Ramachandra?
I said I hope she feels better.
Yes, that's very nice of you, Ramachandra. Thank
I hope
you.
she recovers fast.
Yeah. So
I
let
hope she
me.
recovers next
Okay,
week.
yes, absolutely. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm just having some trouble. Okay, let me see. Are you all able to see my screen?
No, Mataji, you aren't sharing screen.
No, Mataji, we can.
Oh,
I,
Mataji,
Mataji,
are you about to?
now we
Yes,
can.
Mataji, now we can see.
now we can see it.
Okay, the story is Antelope and the Hunter. Okay, let me. So once upon a time, there were three friends living in the jungle. One day, a hunter from nearby village came and set up a trap. The trick always works, right? This hunter, he came from a neighboring village and he set up a trap. Let's see what he's doing. The hunter's plan came true. Next day, the antelope passed that way. Such a nice day, it looks like. And then what happened? And suddenly he was trapped in that rope. Ah, ah, like that, the antelope shouted, screamed. The tortoise and the woodpecker heard this cry and rushed to him. You have a strong teeth. Free him while I keep the hunter away. Like that, who said to who? We see that the woodpecker actually, I think the tortoise actually told the woodpecker because the woodpecker has a strong teeth and the tortoise said, I'll take care of the hunter. Okay. Then they started their work along according to the plan. The tortoise was very slow. So let's see what all they're doing. Meanwhile, the hunter too heard the cry of the antelope and he rushed to catch him. However, the woodpecker attacked him. Remember, the tortoise had told the woodpecker that you have a very strong teeth, and hence the woodpecker followed the instructions of the tortoise, and now it attacked the hunter with his sharp teeth. Okay. I better get back to my house. He started to run, this hunter. And now the woodpecker flew back to his friends. Hey, friend tortoise, hurry up. The hunter will be there at any moment. And the tortoise said, yes, yes, I'm trying my best. Like that, the tortoise actually told the woodpecker. Finally, the tortoise did his job and the antelope became free. Obviously, the tortoise, even though it was slow, it was steady. The tortoise is always steady. It's not budging away from its work. It was obviously, even though it was slow, it did its work. Since the tortoise was too slow, he was captured by the hunter, obviously. Oh, you freed my antelope? You will fill this place and now you are my food. So the antelope, it ran. Obviously it ran off. And we see that woodpecker is also watching the scene. Let's see what's going to happen now. It's so intriguing, right? I'm very curious to know what's going to happen. Now the hunter actually caught the tortoise and he said that you are my food now. Soon the antelope made the plan to save the tortoise. He ran in front of the hunter and the hunter also followed him. He dropped his sack and ran after the antelope. So antelope has now, he made some plan and now the woodpecker is running after the hunter is also following this antelope. He dropped the sack in order to catch this antelope, it looks like. When the hunter entered the cave for searching for the antelope came out from that cave through another way. So can you all see in this diagram? The antelope which is coming out of
Yes, Mataji.
yeah. So let's see. I mean, even though he got into the cave, he might not know that the antelope actually came out through the other hole on the other side. Then the antelope rushed back to the spot where the tortoise had been abandoned. Obviously, he dropped off the sack, remember? When he entered into the cave, before entering into the cave, he put down the sack in one place, and that is where the antelope went and it picked up our tortoise from that sack. Don't worry, my friend, I will soon get out of the bag. Get you out of the bag. What happened to that hunter? These friends are all talking. He's running in circles in our old cave. Like that, the other one responded. Okay, so this is the story. And let's look at the moral and understand what the story has to offer. So far, we learned what all we learned. Obviously, the antelope had fallen. Yeah, go ahead, Mukund.
Maybe you can say. I just wanted to say teamwork.
Yeah, it is teamwork. Yes, absolutely. It is
And,
teamwork.
I have just one thing to say. Like,
Yeah.
since the antelope got stuck in the hunter's trap,
Uh-huh.
the the woodpecker and the turtle decides to save him. And when the turtle was chewing on the trap, it freed the antelope, but the hunter caught it, and because the turtle got caught by the hunter, the antelope decided to also help him. So I understand that because the turtle helped the antelope helped the turtle.
Wonderful. Good analysis. Yes, dear. Yes, Krishna Naina, that makes sense.
Mataji, I was about to say that.
Okay, very good. You also thought in the same lines as her. Wonderful job. Deena Krishna, do you want to say something about the story? He's not here?
No, Mataji, I didn't have anything, but I just wanted to tell it was a very nice story.
Yeah, I liked it too. I was kind of curious to know what had happened. I was never under the impression this tortoise would be caught. I never thought that would have happened.
I thought the hunter would eat him already.
Yeah, I thought
Me
everybody
too.
will run away from the hunter and there ends the story.
Is there another story?
No, we will be discussing about the moral for the story and understand how we can actually apply that to our Prabhupada's teaching and how we can actually follow it in our everyday life. So that's what we are going to do next.
I understood that unity is good.
Yes, of course. We will see. Unity is obviously good. Even in the devotee circle, if you're so close to your friends will help you in a time of need. Even in school, for that matter, if you are close, if you don't envy your friends, then your friends will help you in the time of need. Right?
I also want to say something about the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I learned that the antelope could he was free though, he could just run away, but he didn't run away. He was brave. He tried to save his friend.
Yes, very good point. Obviously, this antelope, as who was this? Who
Me.
actually spoke now?
Me.
No. What's your name?
Prasanna.
Prasanna. Okay. So Prasanna actually told a very good point, right? The antelope, it could have just ran away. And obviously, it did not forget the help of the tortoise. The tortoise, even though it was slow, it did its work. And to show gratitude in return, he happened to help him out. So in life, we should always have that gratitude. If somebody helps you, or even if somebody doesn't help you, it doesn't matter, right? But we have to always have that helping mentality so that from us, others might learn, right? If you're a good person, then others will also learn from you. Not necessary that you have to teach them. If you're by nature good, then the other person will automatically pick that quality of yours from you, right? So that is what is another thing that Prasanna was trying to bring up through that point. Okay, anyways, let me go on to this next slide. And what does it say? Moral. Obviously, somebody already said this, right? Unity is strength. If devotees work together, then they can save themselves from all the dangers of this material world. So if the devotees, they are not cooperating with each other, then what will happen? There'll be a lot of chaos. There will be picking fingers, one criticizing the other. All that will deviate our attention towards what? It's going to deviate us from what?
The danger of this material world.
No, not
I
danger.
mean the Krishna.
It is going to deviate us from Krishna. And Krishna, does he like us to do that? We want to always be at his service and not keep fighting over petty things, right? He doesn't want us to do that. So
Can Balavrinda say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Balavrinda.
I wanted to say that we should help everybody who is not who is stuck or like.
Who is stuck? What? Who is stuck?
Like that I was stuck, right? So and was helping that I so we should help somebody if they are stuck.
Yes, yes, obviously we should try to help each other. And 1 second, let me just show up my screen share here.
Mataji,
Yes.
what is the moral of the story?
So the moral of the story is that unity is strength. Okay. So if you are united, if you are together, if you are going to help each other, then you're going to reap a lot of benefits of that. And as a result, you are going to please Krishna. So this is what is being taught. And Srila Prabhupada, if you look at our Krishna conscious movement, then what's going on there? Srila Prabhupada had so many disciples, right? All these disciples were trying to help Krishna with his mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. So this is what we need to do. Even here in Bhakti Sangha, we are doing so many activities. It is because we are all united together as in the devotee network, we are able to accomplish this. There is obviously Govinda class, Madhava class, Damodar class. Everybody has their allotted time, and we do the activities at our allotted time. So like Govinda class, it starts at a particular time, ends at a particular time. Like that Madhava class we have. So it's all unity amongst the devotees, which is going to give nectar. Right? If we are not united, then obviously Srila Prabhupada will not be happy, and that is not what he intends out of this movement. So unity is strength. We also see, right, Dina Krishna, if we have like a lot of sticks together, it is very difficult to break. But if there is just a single stick, then it will easily break. Right? The relationships will break if there is fight, if there is there is no unity, then the devotee relationships will break. But if there is unity, then it will not break.
If you work together, then
Like
you will not break. Like
correct. Say for example, your brother is there, Jagannath is there, you help Jagannath. Jagannath will be so pleased, he'll also come forward to help you next time with anything that you want. If you're not good to him, then obviously he might just hesitate to do something good for you. But in either case, whether or not Jagannath is helping you, you have to help Jagannath. Okay? You have to be good even if the other person is bad. Then other person will also realize, oh, I'm doing, yeah.
And also, what is the
What
moral?
happened?
Actually, what is the quality of the story? I mean, the quality of the slide.
Always you verify it at the end.
Determined.
Yeah, what is the quality that we talked about? Anybody can say that?
Teamwork and determined.
Determination.
What is determination mean?
Determination.
When you are totally focused
What
that
is the
you are
name?
going to do it.
Like what it means, like when you're determined to do
Who
it,
wants
like
to
you're
say?
like with no obstacles, you're gonna do it. Like you're gonna have to do it.
Can
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
It's when you are totally when you have the mindset that I have to do this.
Correct. So like I told you the example of your parents getting initiated, and they follow through the vows of regulative principles that they need to follow and operate on, right? They chant minimum 16 rounds, they follow the regulative principles. So that is what is determination. Through determination, you can achieve whatever you want. Krishna, he showed the determination through various pastimes, right? And that is what we saw in today's class. What is determination? How did Krishna exhibit his determination? And how can we exhibit determination in our day-to-day life?
Nana,
right? We saw that.
I think determination.
Okay, Matsuki, thank you.
Like the exact meaning of determination is like firmness, like for a purpose in job.
Yeah, firmness for a purpose. Yes, that's also good. Yeah. So, but I clarified that definition of determination from Nectar of Devotion by Rupa Goswami. All right. So that is where that definition comes from. Okay, kids. So are you all clear with the moral of the story and obviously the quality determination? So we saw about antelope, tortoise, and who else? Who was the other one?
Woodpecker.
The hummingbird.
Woodpecker.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the woodpecker.
And the hunter.
Woodpecker.
Woodpecker.
Correct. So we saw that and we learned some moral through that, and we will try to apply that in our everyday life also. So Srila Prabhupada's movement is showing that attribute of unity by propagating Srila Prabhupada's mission in a united way. We all do it together as devotees to propagate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, so that Srila Prabhupada is pleased and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also pleased. Okay, kids. So with that, we will adjourn today's class. Vinita Mataji, thank you so much for your wonderful service. Now we will chant the prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya
Kasturi Mataji ki jai. Thank you Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.